If you were to ever travel on a railway on the United Kingdom, then you would come across a station on the northwest side of England called Barrow-in-Furness. Barrow-in-Furness is a station where not much usually happens, but it does have an interesting history. In the early days, Barrow-in-Furness looked like this. Until in the Second World War in 1941, it was bombed by Germany during the Barrow Blitz. The station has changed quite a bit over the years. Engines from the mainland usually come to a stop here. However, if you ever want to go and visit a very lovely and special place to you that brings so much nostalgic to your childhood, then you would go beyond that station and across the Vicarstown Rolling Bridge that leads to the famous island of Sodor. The island of Sodor is the home of the 4 different railways, those being the Miniature Gauge Railway, aka the Arsdale Railway, the Narrow Gauge Railway, aka the Skarloey Railway, the Coldefell Mountain Railway, and the ever-loving famous Standard Gauge Railway, aka the Northwestern Railway. This island is the home of where Thomas the Tank Engine and all of his friends work on, and is the place where both steam and diesel can work happily without meeting their fate on the mainland, being scrapped. Since the early 1800s, there have been many railways occurring on the island, and boy oh boy, does it hold a buttload of history. But I'm not going to explain every piece of history on the island, but I am going to talk about the history of the Northwestern Railway. So let's take a trip back in time, folks. Our story begins and takes place from a long time ago. The year was 1806. The year where the first ever railway on Sodor was built. This railway run from the harbor at Ballagewell to a comfort mine at Ward Fell. This railway was simply called the Railroad. At the time, there were no engines, so the railway was run by mostly horses. And for almost 50 years, this was the only standard gauge line on Sodor. And what do I mean by this? Well, 47 years later, a second railway was constructed from the station at Crovan's Gate to the harbor at Kirk Ronan. And the railway purchased the first 3 engines to come to the island. However, this is a story for another day. Now, I know what you all are going to say. Sebastian, what were those machines that we just saw? Well, these lovely heavy-ass metal beasts are known as engines, but we like to call them locomotives. The locomotive, for its size, is one of the most powerful and fastest vehicles on land. And the steam engines are the power behind the docks and stations that created the Northwestern Railway. This is the Northwestern Timeline.